Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Night Spectrum here. So for today's video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be taking a look at the top 10 most proc obelisk friendly characters in the game. So this is not an actual ranking, it's just a list of the top 10 characters who I think work the best with an obelisk. So for those of you who aren't familiar with what a proc obelisk is, a proc obelisk is this, the one I have like on Starlord. It's the one that says 10% chance when attacking and then increase damage by a certain percentage for one attack. This is what a proc obelisk is. It increases your damage of one specific skill by a certain percentage. So we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 characters who function the best with this obelisk. So this is like for players who have a very limited amount of CTPs, or like you're trying to spread your CTPs more, so you don't have a lot of them, but you do have some. You can roll some obelisks. These are extremely easy compared to CTPs to obtain. You just have to re-roll till you get one. So yeah, and also keep in mind that this list is my personal top 10 most obelisk friendly characters, and also I will not be taking into considerations characters who you have to pay actual money to unlock, like Gambit. So Gambit is really good with an obelisk, but unless you get lucky in Danger Room, in Danger Room Extreme, you have to get an NX sub for him and then use a mega tier 2 ticket, so that's a lot of investment. So for this list, we're just going to be taking a look at the top 10 obelisk friendly character, plus who are free to play, who can be obtained by everybody. So there are some very expensive characters on this list like Moonstone, but Moonstone is 100% free to play. Anybody can unlock Moonstone. If they save enough crystal. Sure, it will take a lot of time, but it's 100% free to play. Okay, so let's get into this list. So number 1 on the list is the Queen, Sharon Rogers, who we all know works super friendly with an obelisk and works best with a CTP of energy. But an obelisk, she'll do extremely good for you in Danger Room, in World Boss Legend, in even squad battle, because she has a very smooth rotation. So the rotation for Sharon Rogers, you have to do the 3, cancel that into the 5, and then delayed cancel that into the 4. I'm also going to add the specific skill rotation for each character when I talk about them. So for Sharon, it's the 3, cancel into the 5, delayed cancel into the 4, and everything goes on her 4th skill. And then when her tier 3 is ready, so you do the 3, cancel into the 5, delayed cancel into her tier 3. So next up on the list we have Beta Ray Bill, another super easy to play character which you obtain from the Guardian of the Galaxy Epic Quest. So for him as well, he can do everything with an obelisk, Mephisto, Null, Danger Room, you name it. I have a lot of videos of Beta Ray Bill clearing high level content with an obelisk. So for Beta Ray Bill, I'd advise you to do the 5, cancel into the 3, cancel into the 4. That's when that's when his awakening skill is on cooldown. So when it's not on cooldown, you do the 5, cancel into a 4, cancel into a 3, and then cancel into his awakening skill to send all the damage on his awakening skill. Really amazing and easy to play characters. So next up on the list we have is this guy right here, Sentry, another very expensive character but 100% free to play, who you can obtain by just grinding your CCF and then just investing in him. Super strong, super tanky, and can do any content with an obelisk, you name it, Null, Mephisto, Danger Room, any content, because it has a very smooth rotation. So for Sentry, I'd say do the 2, cancel into the 5, and cancel into the 4th, so send all the damage on his 4th skill. And then when his tier 3 is ready, you do the 2, cancel into the 5, cancel into the 4, and then cancel into his tier 3. So one thing you'll notice with Obelisk is that there's a lot of canceling going on, so you have to cancel very quickly so as not to trigger your Obelisk. So next up on the list we have is Starlord. Another really amazing burst damage character. A lot of hits on his tier 3. His tier 3 hits really hard, and you'll notice that especially in Null. And one thing as well, all of the characters that I'm mentioning have already proved their worth in World Boss Legend, so you can go check that out. I add a card for you guys. So for Starlord, I say do a 5, delayed cancel when the beam starts shooting down into his 3 and then into his 4th, where you proc on his 4th, and then when his tier 3 is ready, you do a 5, delayed cancel into the tier 3. Delayed cancel is just means to wait a bit before canceling, to wait for the skill to actually trigger before canceling. So for Starlord, delayed canceling would mean to wait for his lasers to start shooting down. So next up on the list we have is Iron Fist, another really amazing burst damage character. And another thing you'll notice with these Obelisk-friendly characters is that they have a lot of cancelable skill, and then one skill that has a lot of hits. A lot of hits that can take advantage of his cancelling, so you can proc on that skill. So for Iron Fist, you have to do the 3, cancel that into his 4 as soon as the dragon goes up, so delayed cancel as soon as the dragon goes up into his 5th, and then the same thing, a 3 into a 4 as soon as the dragon goes up into his awakening skill and then into his 5th skill. Another amazing character for any wall boss and squad battle or danger room. Next up on the list we have is Medusa. So Medusa, another really proc friendly character you can use even to do one shots in World Boss Ultimate. Many of the characters I've mentioned on this list like Beta Rebuild and Iron Fist can all be used to one shot World Boss Ultimate. So for Medusa, you'll do the 3, cancel into the 4, cancel into the 5, so you proc on her 5th skill, and then when her awakening skill is available, you do a 3, cancel into a 4, cancel into a 5, and then cancel into her awakening skill. And Medusa as well, I have videos on her clearing Null with an Obelisk, so you can check that out. So next up on the list we have is Cable. Cable is a 1200 CCF character. He's fairly expensive compared to the other 800 CCF or Awakening characters, but he's super worth it. Super smooth to play. It's a bit quirky to play with an Obelisk with this Summer Days uniform, because sometimes his Obelisk gets triggered, but if you time everything well, you will have absolutely no problem proccing with him. So for Cable, you do a 3. As soon as he shoots the beams up, you cancel that into his 4th. As soon as his clones come out, you cancel that into his 5th. So personally, what I'd tell you to do is do the 3, cancel that into a 2, and then into a 4th, and then into a 5th. But if you're having trouble to proc, that means you can take one skill out of this combo. So you take the 2 out, so you do 3, 4, and then 5. And then when his tier 3 is available, you do the 3, cancel into the 4, cancel into the tier 3, cancel the tier 3 into I'm sorry for that. So you do the 3, cancel into the 4, cancel into the 5, and then cancel everything into his tier 3. I got confused there, my bad. Next up on the list we have another character who is fairly expensive. She costs 6,600 crystals, so it's Moonstone, but it's 100% free to play, 100% grindable. So for Moonstone, we all know how devastating her burst damage is. So you do the 4, cancel into a 5, cancel into her 3rd skill. So her 3rd skill is her bread and butter. And then when her awakening skill is available, you do the 4, cancel into a 5, cancel into her awakening skill, and then cancel into her 3rd skill. Next up on the list we have is personally one of my favorite characters to play as. She's Gwenom. Gwenom hits really hard. I might make another video about her because she's so underrated, especially for Mephisto. She hits really hard, and also in Danger Room Extreme, her combination with Null is absolutely insane. The way she pushes Null to like destroy Danger Room Extreme with her buff she has on her 4th applies to symbiote allies. which gives them a frenzy buff. So yeah, for Gwen, I'd say do the third skill, cancel that into her fifth skill, and then as soon as she does her web and she starts to come down, you cancel that into her fourth. So the fourth is the skill you're going to proc on. And then when her awakening skill is available, you do a 3, cancel into a 5. As soon as she comes down, cancel that into the 4 and cancel the 4 into her awakening skill. And again, I have tried her in Mephisto with an obelisk. You can check that out. Next up on the list we have is personally a character who I don't have, but I have tried a lot on a friend's account and I know how powerful he is. It's Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is among the best with an obelisk in the game because he has a very smooth rotation and he hits really hard. So for Moon Knight, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do a 5th, delete, cancel that into a 3, cancel that into the 4th, and 4th is the skill you're gonna proc on. And then when his awakening skill is off cooldown, you're gonna do a 5th, cancel that into his awakening skill, cancel that into his 3rd skill, and then cancel that into his 4th. Amazing character. Can even do, I have a friend who even used to do 7.5 million plus in ABX with a proc, which is insane. So yeah, and honorable mentions, there are like multiple characters who can perform with an obelisk but who are fairly expensive. Null is probably the best character in the game to play with an obelisk or a CTP of energy because he has so much chain hit damage. But she's super expensive, that's why I didn't include him, but he's very at the top. So for Null, you do the 5, cancel as soon as he stabs himself into the 4th, cancel that as soon as the dragons appear into his 2nd skill. So this is the continuous attack skill, and then same thing for his tier 3, you cancel the 4, the 5, the tier 3, cancel the tier 3 as soon as he slashes open the abyss into his 2nd skill. So yeah, and also I have an announcement to make, like I have just received crystal coupons for the storage and program. So yeah, in order to have a chance to obtain the coupon, all you have to do is to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and then leave a comment down below with your Gmail or your email, the first part of your email or Gmail. Just leave that in the comment below, and then I'll pick users randomly during my next video to award the crystal coupons. So if you want to have a chance to win some free crystals, don't miss out this chance. Just like, subscribe, and then comment down below with your IGN and your first part of your email. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this little guide helps you like distribute your obelisks to the deserving characters. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.